What's up, guys? We are back once again. We're going to be talking about some more Bad Batch. Now, again, if you guys have not seen this episode, go ahead, click off the video, come back, go watch it, and then come back. That way, you guys can talk about it with me and give your thoughts on what you thought about the episode. But overall, this episode was very different. This was not your ordinary Bad Batch episode. This took place on Ryloth, right where the Empire was seizing control / making deals with the Twilights to make sure that they were transferred over to the Empire. Now, of course, we get a couple cameos in this episode. We actually get to see Chom, who is, of course, Hera's father, and Sila, who is also Hera's mother. Now, the people of Ryloth does not want the Empire on there. Now, the Senator, he does try to sway them into giving up their arms and laying it down and letting the Republic / Empire take over. But of course, it takes Cham to come in and state that after all the fighting, after all the issues, it's time that they finally lay down their arms and that they can finally grow. Now, what's actually interesting about this is we even see the Admiral Racket even turns and says, well, I'm surprised your daughter Hera's not around. She says, well, she has her own interests. So right after that, we get to see where little Hera and Chopper, yes, Hera and Chopper, are looking after some Imperial business that is going on. Unfortunately, they do get captured. But before that, Hera is reminiscing. She's wanting to fly. She's wanting to be a pilot at this time. So I would say she's, for a normal age, I would say about 8 or 9 years old, maybe 7. I would say between 7 and 9 years old at this point. And she is still learning how to fly from Rhodey, who is her uncle, her dad's best friend, who is the second in command. And when this happens, she does get taken back to her home by the commander of the clones that's on this planet, and states, of course, that this can't happen again. He informs him it won't. Then it goes, of course, to the Admiral Racket and, of course, the Senator of the planet. And then, of course, we see Crosshair, and he's wanting to give information about the rebels on that planet due to, they both know Sham, with him being a leader of the people and him being a rebel to begin with. It makes things very difficult. So, of course, the Senator Tom is wanting to make sure that they're all eliminated so he can remain in power. And when we see this, we do see where Hera informs her uncle, hey, I can't go on any more trips, but she does say that he says, well, I was going to let you fly this time to go off planet, what looks to be like possibly a moon, which they were going to be doing a deal for more weapons and supplies, which they see, of course, who is it to deliver it? The Bad Batch, of course, on behalf of Sid. She wanted them to deliver more weapons to the Twi'leks, and when this happens, we get to see a meeting between Hera as well as, of course, Omega. Now, she shows her the inside of the ship, and she starts explaining how flying is more of a feeling, and Omega even shows her the consoles as well as her own room, and how she wants, like, they live on a ship, and how that's Hera's dream to live on a ship, as well as also be able to have her own crew, which is going to be very interesting, again, following all the years later, again, if you watch Rebels. Now, as soon as everybody starts exiting, going their own way, again, we didn't really see the Bad Batch. This did not feel like a Bad Batch episode. This more felt like a Clone Wars / Rebels episode. This more felt like a Rebels episode. And we see where they are returning to planet, but unfortunately with the tracker that Crosshair did plant with his sniper rifle onto the ship, they are returning on planet to a unknown location, but of course the Empire is following them. And of course with Crosshair's aiming, he's able to shoot the ship down, and they're able to swarm them and arrest them before everything goes haywire. But then when this happens, one of the ones that were looking out for the supplies run is able to inform Sham as well as his wife, and also, of course, Chopper does as well. Now, what's really cool is we do see where they take matters in their own hands to attack the convoy. Now, again, I do have a feeling with the Commander Hauser, who is the clone commander on the planet at the moment. I have this suspicion just by the way he was acting, because, again, they wanted to arrest Hera. Now, again, he did not agree with this. He says, well, sir, she's only a child. And even at the very end of the episode, and I'll get that to here in a minute, when they're finally able to take control of the convoy, and they're able to take over. We do have a part where Sham's wanting to kill the senator, but he doesn't do his wife. She says, no, his time's going to come, not like this. And unfortunately, it does become a treachery, because Admiral Racket did betray the senator to have Crosshair shoot him, so that way it made it look like that they were the ones that did it, Sham did, so that way more clones come in, they start arresting everybody. Hera's mom tells Chopper to get her out of here, and when this happens, we see where they are able to get her out, but then Hera is on her own, and then we see where Admiral Racket informs the commander, get them at all costs, she won't get very far, and then as soon as that happens, the episode does end. But I got this weird feeling that this is how the Bad Batch is going to come into possibly the next maybe 2 episodes, possibly 3, depending on what exactly happens. Now, with Admiral Racket, obviously he's going to be taking sort of like the Admiral Tarkin role during, I guess, the next few episodes possibly, as well as also seeing, clone Commander Wowzer. Now, again, he did look like a cool clone. Kind of reminded me of a mix between Wolf as well as also Rex. Again, I've never seen this character. If I have to go back to Clone Wars to look. Now, again, I got this feeling he is going to possibly betray the Empire to help Hera and her parents, because, again, of how long he's been on the planet and however many battles he's been in there with them. So it's going to be interesting to see what's going to happen. Also, it was kind of interesting seeing Hera. Now, we've had 3 now characters that has made an appearance in the Bad Batch. We've had Kanan Jarrus, now we've had Chopper, and now we've also had Hera. So it's going to be interesting to see who else they're going to try to put in. It could be Sabine, we could see Ezra, we could see anybody else. I mean, again, it's going to be interesting because, and I keep saying that because we may just see Ahsoka at some point, because now at this point, Ahsoka will know Hera at some given point, just don't know when, and this could be the connection with Omega as well as Hera and Ahsoka. So it's going to be rather interesting to see how far they're going to go down this rabbit hole, so to speak, and be able to connect all of it. Now, I will say they were able to connect this. Now, it's going to be kind of interesting that Hera never brought up Omega or the Bad Batch in the Rebels series, which, again, there should be a reason why, which I'm guessing there will be a reason why. Just need to know what that full reason is. But overall, I did enjoy the episode. Again, it was not your normal Bad Batch episode, but either way, I did enjoy it. But what were your thoughts on the episode, guys? Did you guys enjoy it? Was it okay? Did it suck? Was it decent? What was your thoughts about it? I'd like to know down in the comments down below. If you guys are new to the channel, consider subscribing. Leave a big fat like on the video if you guys enjoyed it. Also, what are your thoughts about the episode? I'd love to know. And once again, if you guys click the notification bell so you guys are notified every time I upload, I would greatly appreciate that as well. Also, leave a like. It helps greatly get the algorithm. Also, subscribe again if you're new for more Star Wars content, as well as weekly reviews for Star Wars, Bad Batch, and down. So let me know what you guys think, as always, and I'll see you guys on the next one.